guess, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, as good as Street Fighter V and the tournament and everything was, I do want to bring up the Vienna Hotdog, Little Loco situation. So, two of the players who are at Wednesday night fights all the time, were driving on the way to Vegas and unfortunately got into a really bad car accident.
They're hit by a drunk driver, right?
Actually, I was told that that's not what
Is
it
it not
was.
correct?
So, all I know, like even on the GoFundMe pages, it just says it was an unfortunate accident.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave it like that, basically. I originally tweeted out that it was drunk driving.
So
it might not have been. Might not have been.
Yeah, okay.
It's word of mouth.
But unfortunately, we did lose Lil Loco.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he did not make it. Vienna Hotdog survived. He's in critical but stable condition. He needs to get jaw surgery. He needs to get he has like broken neck or something like that. So there are GoFundMes actually. If you go to my Twitter right now and go to my page, it's my pinned tweet.
Okay,
the
that's
GoFundMes are the pinned tweets on there. If you guys are willing to help, look, FGC is family, right? FGC is family all day. And yes, it's a lot of money for the surgery.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for the funeral costs, but we did a lot of stuff for Pusha T, for Killer Instinct. When Chris Hu's house went down, we helped him. Even when Knives had some problems with, I think like his family had some issues, we all helped him.
Yeah.
It's hard, especially for us because they're from Wednesday Night Fights and it's on there. And it makes me sad too because I never really talked to Lil Loco. You know, I've never actually talked with him and got to find out what kind of a person he was.
He's a super nice guy. I spoke to him every time.
And I'm not going to be able to now. And so it like hits home really hard. I wouldn't even have any doubt that it affected some of the SoCal players while they were playing this tournament.
I'm sure.
So, I mean, again, if you guys have it in your heart, if you have extra, you know, and you guys want to help support other people in the FGC, you know, like I said, you can check that out on my pinned tweet on my Twitter page. So.
For the YouTube version of this, I'll make sure it's down here.
Yeah.
Cool.
And people are linking in the chat, I think, too.
Okay, that's nice.
Someone asks, money for surgery, why no health insurance? Are you Milifleur? I wonder if it's like from another country or something like that.
Well, maybe that's possible.
Because health insurance in the U.S. just does not work that
doesn't
way.
work like that here.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's like,
work
alright, you got
that
$50.
way.
Good luck with your thousands and thousands of dollars of surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating.
Well, that sucks. It really did put a dampen on my mood when I heard about it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. It really does suck. Can't really speak on it.
But yeah, I know I kind of wanted to bring it up during top 8, but I never found the right time to do it. I never found the right time to do it because really I didn't want to take away from like the stories that were going there, and especially with what L.I. Joe was accomplishing.
Yeah.
I did get a chance to mention it once on stream on Friday or Saturday, one of those 2 days.
Saturday.
I think it was Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah. So.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways,
well.
But Evo was a super awesome event. Very, very cool. I think it was a huge step. It was a huge step for the community. And again, I feel like they've raised the bar again, kind of leading the way for bigger things.
Yeah, I think before Evo this year, I think a lot of people were thinking of Combo Breaker and CEO as being really close to Evo.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So like pre-Evo, we were all like, man, CEO and Combo Breaker are so close to being Evo. And then Evo this year happened, and I even talked to Jameli, and he was like, man, Evo is something else. It's another beat. It's like a totally different beat.
Yeah.
It is by far the most ridiculous event.
Oh, dude, yeah. Someone's talking about the Momochi students.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Dude, so you know what they're doing? They have that Shinobi school that him and Choco Blanca started, and all they're trying to do because Momochi is worried because they're not getting a new influx of players.
Yeah, America has all these young, talented players, and
Yeah.
Japan didn't have it.
So he started a school, and they started doing things. He brought 3 or 4 of his students to to this U.S. and
Yeah.
he was behind them at all their tournaments.
Wow.
I got to commentate one of the matches
The kid
where
is
the
ridiculous.
kid came out of the winner side using Bison,
Okay.
and he had like control over Devil's Reverse like I'd never.
He was like a
seen.
14-year-old kid.
Yeah,
by the
he
way.
was.
Oh,
14.
So-
He-
That's cool, man.
What you didn't mention, or you mentioned it, but like didn't clarify.
Uh-huh.
He paid for them all to go to Evo.
oh, I don't even think I knew that part.
Momochi flew them all to eat. Like Momochi and Choco flew them to Evo. They
Wow.
paid for their trip
Okay.
to go, and then they were coaching them through their bracket.
Wow, that's
So, like,
actually
all
I
their
don't.
matches
Yeah, I don't even think I
super
knew
sick.
that
So
part.
all their
That's
matches, they were
super
there
cool.
like
That is very
helping
impressive.
them out. So Momochi, they tweeted
Haku,
about it.
Haku was his name.
Haku's the Bison player, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go to Momochi and Choco's Twitter, you'll see like they tweeted pictures of all of them and they talked about
They
it.
got to meet the EG
There was like a
team,
picture of like all the
yeah.
EG
so
players
cute.
and them and all the Japanese players and all the kids are like in the picture. They
Yeah.
just have stone face. It's really
Yeah.
funny. But yeah,
That's so cute.
it was really awesome. When I found that out, I was like, man, they're the best.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
Momochi and Choco Blanc are like two of the
Cool.
coolest people. So
Yeah, so check out Choco and Momochi's Twitter to see more about that.
Yeah, so some jerk hopped on the stage during Marvel. It's
That
whatever,
happened.
man.
Look, the
It's
only
whatever.
thing I'm gonna add to that whole thing is that on Saturday, like I was standing by the commentary
You
booth,
told me about this.
and he walked up to me and was like, "Hey, good job, man, good job." He like wanted to fist bump me. I was like, "Okay," so I fist bumped me. He was like, "Hey, can I jump on and do commentary?" I was like, "What the hell?" I
That's
was like,
kind of creepy.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
weird.
they're like paid people to do this. He's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he walked away, and I swear, like every 5 minutes he would come back to me, and be like, "Hey, man, good shit." Like he would like
That's
fist bump.
weird.
Like there was something. I
yeah.
don't know.
I mean, clearly there's something.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
It's because you didn't let him do commentary. He jumped on the stage, James. It's all
I
your
know,
fault.
Pretty much.
He was so bummed out he didn't get to do commentary. He's like, I gotta get up there somehow.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
That was so crazy. I like.
Who
yeah.
cares?
I was like,
I don't really care that much.
yeah, it's so weird.
Anything else about Evo to talk about?
Yes,
Okay.
actually. Apparently, I'm still not clear on exactly what was announced, but I guess there's an Evo Japan coming up.
Yeah, they were like, that's gonna happen, and there'll be more news at TGS.
That's right. Okay.
That's
yeah,
right.
it was like really like vague and weird and stuff, but Evo Japan. So,
Something
That's
that
so
was
super
in the
sick.
works in 2011.
Yeah, like
Yes.
2011.
but
And then the Japanese mega earthquake happened, and things were postponed, and then ultimately canceled.
And then Markman gets involved with Evo, and Evo Japan happens. Like that.
That's true.
dude, I mean, it was really. I was always felt bad because I got to make the Evo Japan trailer, and that was like one of the sickest trailers ever. And then the event didn't happen. That was kind of sad. So.
Maybe you'll get to make a new one.
Well, I mean, either
Evo
way,
Japan.
I think that'll be crazy. I mean, I feel like, given what happened at Evo with L.I. Joe and mostly foreign top players, I feel like this is more motivation than ever for
Yeah.
all America's tops to go over there and get top 8.
Yeah.
That makes me so hyped.
What do you think about 7 Americans and 1 Japanese player
I'm
in the
saying,
top
though.
8 at Evo Japan?
I'm
And then
saying,
Infiltration wins.
And then, well, okay, so 6
Six
Americans.
Americans.
And one
Yeah,
Korean.
probably so.
Yeah, I can't wait. I hope Evo Japan does go down. Cause like think about Yukon. He is relatively
Dude,
unknown here in America.
Peppadai.
He's super ridiculous. Yeah, Peppadai. Like who knows who's gonna make top 8 at Evo Japan? I hope it's not like a 1-1, 1 round, 0 vitality
no,
tournament like they
yeah,
always do in Japan for some reason. I don't know why.
that's
Not gonna happen.
I hope it's like a normal Evo tournament, and not like an SBO 1-1.
By the way,
Oh, yeah,
By the way,
random
Steve,
select final
Steve,
destination.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one.
For
I
what?
caught it. I caught it.
Well,
That
I
was
missed
good.
it.
That was good.
You,
I caught
you'll
it.
catch
I
it
caught
later.
it. I
Oh, I'm
caught it.
probably never
Uh,
gonna salute.
I caught it. I appreciate that actually.
No problem,
that was
James.
Good. That was good.
I also hope they bring out English commentators to Evo Japan. That would be really great, wouldn't it? Because there has to be an English broadcast team.
I talked. So there was a Twitch representative from Japan came up and was like shaking my hand and everything. I was like, fly me to Japan.
Take me with you. They no longer need us here. Take us with you.
Are we the closest? No, we're not. As I said, we're the closest English-speaking country to Japan, but no, there's a bunch. So never mind. It's somebody from Singapore or Australia.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
know,
There's a
right?
bunch of
I actually got
Australians.
to speak with one of the commentators for Tekken Crash on the American side broadcast.
Oh,
a
yo,
while.
they and I were supposed to have lunch, and it just never worked out. Unfortunately, I wanted to talk with them.
I had a
How were they?
nice.
Oh, you
long
mean from the
talk.
English commentators?
Yeah.
They were here.
Yeah, they were there. Yeah.
Ah,
And one of the guys was saying he was actually deployed there. That's how he actually got involved with it. So,
Oh man.
I mean, and dude was really cool, really knowledgeable, really down to earth guy, you know. So he's like, it's really cool. I was like, I think it is really cool. I would love to do something like that.
Yeah.
But he was a really cool guy.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for them to be in, and it's
Sure.
tough for any commentators to jump in there. You know what I mean?
I felt that they got better over the
Yeah,
series
yeah,
of
yeah.
it. So
I
that's
mean,
that's good. It's a good
I
sign.
mean, like that's why like one of my favorite stories is what Persia's done, right? Because she used to jump on just NLBC. It was her and Nina. They were just kind of like messing around.
Yeah.
And the chat was vicious as they usually are.
Yeah, they were.
But then she was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it seriously, and now she's pretty much like the best commentator for Marvel. So
I've
Yeah,
never
man.
called the chat buttholes. It's never been something I've said to them.
Oh really?
It's just not
That's one of my
phrase.
go-tos.
I would never have called them that.
Not
That's
not
funny.
this chat. You all are fantastic.
Yeah, old chat's great.
well, I got to meet a lot of really cool people. This
Oh,
year.
Yo,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Hey,
for sure.
Dude.
everybody that took seriously what I said, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I had
that's right,
so
that's
many
right.
conversations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was
Yeah.
the
Chatted.
coolest. Like, I was pointing people over to him whenever I saw him, and they're like, hey, where's James and Hotdog? I'm like, dude, they're actually probably working, you know?
Yeah.
1,000 people asked me about him, 1,000 people asked me about you.
1,000 people asked me about him. Everybody I talked to was like, yeah, I just ran into Steve. And then he ran in the other direction. I couldn't get him. And I was
Yeah.
like, he's slippery. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he was busy. I was like, you'll see him around. And I was like, there he goes, look. And it's like, you can see the beanie bobbing along. Like, just through the crowd. It was like, great.
I was working so, but I've met
Yeah, you were on some crazy hours.
so
Yeah, for sure.
many people. Thank you guys so much for just
Yeah,
talking with me,
right?
slowing down just for, I mean, I know I didn't have much time,
Yeah.
but I did my best to, because
Yeah,
I tell people all
I
the time,
felt
they
like-
run up to me and they say, hey, I'm a big fan of yours, but blah, blah, blah. And I hold their hand, I say, hey, what's your name?
Mhm.
And they're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, my name's Double Dragon 420. I'm like, your real name? They're like,
Yeah.
James. And I'm like, James is awesome meeting
James
you.
420.
Is this your first
Yeah.
Evo? And a lot of these guys
Yeah,
first
I
Evo.
did
Sure
that.
it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
That was crazy
Uh-huh.
how many
was.
people's
Yeah.
first Evils it was.
So
Yeah.
it was really it was so
I
humbling.
hear that, man. It was
There
awesome.
was a couple of people that I met that I literally was like running across the floor, and like I just felt like such a jerk. Like I
Same,
felt like
I
I
know.
felt like I was back into that UMVC3, launch party mode again,
Yeah.
right? Where I was like blowing people off
Big
and
timing
stuff
people.
like that. But
Big time in them.
yeah, no, because
Who's
like
that over
sometimes-
there?
It was your monocle.
Get him out of my
off.
face. Walks
No,
Can you
but-
imagine Steve with a beanie and a monocle?
But
That
I
sounds
mean,
awesome.
But like
That's
I
like
got
no
to meet
longer.
a bunch of the people that are in our chat and everything. Dude, so yesterday I got to do some fun stuff in Vegas for once. I went to the Pinball Hall of Fame yesterday, which was super cool. You know who I met there? In Filament.
Oh, you got to meet him? 'Cause I know you met him.
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, I didn't get to meet him at Evo, and then I bump into him. Lo and behold, there, and the guy who wrote the Rindukin Makoto guy.
His friend from
Yeah,
Canada.
Mike.
Mike.
Mike is his name.
Mike is awesome.
But I
Yeah.
met both. I ran into both of those guys there,
That's
and that
cool.
was super cool.
Yeah, I hung out with Info for a lot of the weekend.
Nice guy seems.
Yeah, Info's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. We were
Shout out
having all these
Sam.
technical discussions and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was like, he has read all your like old school FAQs
Yeah,
back from back
he
in the
said
day.
that, yeah.
And so like when I'm like, yeah, your guide's awesome, and he's like, have you read James's like
Blah,
blah
blah,
blah
blah,
blah? And I'm like, I have not read this, that, and the other of James,
Right.
but I did read the whatever,
Right.
and
And
also
there-
the yada yada.
Now he's
So-
taking it too far.
Yeah. See, it's too far. It's
Good.
It's too
I don't
far.
want you
if
to
you
say
guys
it
don't
anymore.
know,
It's not gonna
if
stop
you guys
me.
don't
I'm using it
know,
correctly.
Keep it up.
ki.info.net.
ki.info.net.
That's what Infilament wrote.
INFIL.
And like when I did the KI World Cup, I just read that website and I felt like I knew everything about the game.
Really?
Yeah.
It really is super helpful.
Mhm.
What is it
that,
again?
It's like the best.
ki.infil.net.
Okay.
It's like the best killer. It's like the best video game fighting game guide
Mhm.
on
I'll
the
be
internet.
looking-
Like
I'll
be
it's
looking into
by
that
far.
soon.
Because the cool thing is, it's even like interactive. He has like the combo.
You can
breaker
break.
timer.
Yeah, you can learn how to break shadow
Supers,
moves
yeah.
in your web browser.
It's like
I couldn't break Orchid's stupid shadow
Flick
flick
flack?
flag for
Oh.
forever, and like I practice on his thing instead of the game because it's faster. And then like today, like every time I play Orchid now, I'm like bop bop bop, and I'm like, oh my god.
But yeah, I'm terrible with names, unfortunately. But I met a ton of people that I know that are in the chat right now
Yeah.
watching.
I met
and
so many people. It was-
Yeah, it was really nice to meet y'all,
super
for sure.
cool. I also met Gerald from Core A Gaming.
Oh.
on that
Yeah, we we got to meet him.
Yeah. He's
That's nice.
like he came up to me and introduced himself, and he was like, "Oh, blah blah," and I was like, "Dude, you are the man. Like your
That's what I said.
content is sick."
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I got
Like he was wearing a Corey Gaming shirt, and I was like, "Are you the Corey Gaming guy, or
Right,
you just happen to have a shirt?" And he's like, "I do the videos," and I was like, "You're the
No,
best."
as soon as he talked,
Yeah,
it
I
was
can
like,
recognize
it
the
was
voice, but
him. It
I had
was
to
him.
clarify. I was like, "You're the best. You need to make more content. FGC
Yeah.
needs more content like that."
Yeah, definitely.
Genius.
Mr. Vec here, Mr.
Yeah.
Vec says that my CVS2 guy almost didn't fit on a floppy disk, and this is absolutely true.
Info says he talked to you for an hour, and it was super fun.
Yeah, we seriously sat there and talked for just like as long as the time, dude.
Awesome.
It was
Cool, man.
Really cool. So shout out. to
Hey,
those guys.
sorry that our show didn't pan out.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that sucked.
That kinda
Yeah,
sucked.
I was like, after meeting everybody, I was like, damn, this would have been so sick to
I
do in a
know,
venue.
I know.
I would have loved to be like, yo, we're gonna take a break, and then we just walk down in the crowd and be like, hey everybody, what's up? I really hope we get to do it next year.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like
for
I
sure.
hope that we.
Yeah.
I
Basically,
really hope.
we found out the day before. It's Wednesday, I think. We found out. Feels
Yeah.
like- and basically the way I found out was like,
So
like Junichi and Callisto, Ryan, they sent me messages being like, the thing got canceled, and I was like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? But their tickets got refunded, and so we had to investigate. And all we know about it is that venue said that they didn't have enough time to prepare a contract, even though we have seen the contract. It exists.
So it's not. Trust me, it had nothing to do with any of us. We were really stoked about the show.
Yo, yeah,
On
and
their end was the problem.
and the guy who was arranging it for us said that we were on pace to hit 100 people who were there.
Yep.
So yeah. So which was, by the way, like 5 times more than I expected.
dude, way more than 5 times what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I didn't expect 10 people. I mean, I expected
know.
20 people, something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it wasn't lack of interest. It kind of just was a sucky situation. But hopefully, we get to do it in the
And
future.
also, shout outs to Twitch and Wizard and everybody
yeah.
for letting us do it in that. And
Yes.
also
Spencer.
shout outs to Farp and Spencer because
Yes.
they were running the camera and the stream, and they had to wake up super early to go to the Mandalay Bay
Mandalay
the
Bay.
next day.
and
so,
we took way longer than we said we would.
Yeah.
We sure did,
and-
like usual.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Bobby and Mike and D1 for jumping on there, and of course Wizard for jumping on there as well. So it turned out actually really cool. It turned out to be a cool stream, but man, I really wanted
Yeah,
to
it
do
would've
live.
been sick.
That live show would have been amazing.
It would have been sick. Man, speaking of going way longer than intended,
Yeah.
So I left, I was talking with my girlfriend before I left, and she was like, oh man, this 8 p.m. thing, now we don't get to hang out as much, and I was like, well, I'll be back earlier as a result. We're really trying to make it a 90-minute show, maybe 2 hours max.
Better formats coming just for you
About
guys.
3 hours now, so
And David and his girlfriend.
Have we
Yeah.
really
My
been talking for
girlfriend,
3
too.
hours?
currently 11 p.m.
I actually told my girlfriend the same thing. I was like, I'll be done after, and we can come.
Let's hang out
and-
afterward.
That's what I said too.
Sorry, I don't.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, I felt there was a text message about an hour ago.
Look, Evo was great.
We'll try to make this a little different. than
Obviously,
shows
we
now.
had a lot to talk about because
Yeah,
it was
we
Evo.
did have a
right?
lot to talk
So,
about.
But
look,
90-minute shows are the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the things that we're gonna try to do, we're gonna try to like make it like more than. I was thinking it would be fun to actually put the timer on the screen.
That would be great.
I actually want to put a timer on the screen for every time we do the topic, so it's more like pardon the interruption, you know, on ESPN.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're at ESPN now, so
yeah,
we should.
that's true. But like, it would be cool because then people could be like, oh, they're talking about Killer Instinct. I don't care about Killer Instinct. They'll see the timer on the screen and then know when to come back, etc.
Yeah,
etc.
for sure.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, by hanging out. Ooh, guess what I meant? Talking about cats.
I can come over tomorrow.
And
right?
watching cats is
I
basically.
can come
what
over
you do.
tomorrow, right? Like, can I go to lunch?
so cute.
Can I do good? Can I
you did
go
such
to-
a cute thing.
Can I go to lunch and then just like stop on by over?
I'm telling you, come on over, and you're all invited.
Yeah, we should probably do something.
I wanna see the
I'm like
cats.
really 50-50 about whether I should go to Wednesday night fights tomorrow because I've
Oh,
never been
yeah,
this tired in my life.
Oh.
Dude, I'm like sleepy right now.
I think I might take a break.
I can tell you're basically shutting down.
Yeah, I'm still sleepy.
It's all right,
I'm
man.
super
I get
tired.
it. No, I get it. Not only was it the busy weekend, but then you watched apparently 50 hours of shows.
Dude, like,
Last
it was
night,
crazy.
so.
It was really crazy, yes.
Yeah, I drank
Just
2 full coffees today just to stay awake, and I'm dying.
all I just said is don't fall asleep right now, because then we're all gonna just get knocked off the stage and be dead like instantaneously.
Anyway.
Please rest. Hey, no, I don't think there were canon awards.
There were no canon awards.
There
this
was no
year.
canon
There
awards.
was no canon awards this year.
No canon awards.
You guys have one though. Good work.
Dan move. Thank you.
You guys have it. Also move the Canon Awards. You can see Steve's phone.
That was a roach.
That was good though.
That was
good save.
good reaction.
That was
Good
good save.
reaction.
Nicely
Fighting
done.
games.
Nicely done.
Man, we were driving home once, and there was like a cat that ran in the middle of the road, and I swerved away from it, and then I aimed my back tires to also miss it. And I looked back, the cat was fine. You know what he said out loud? Video games.
That was video games.
He's like,
No,
if,
yeah,
if you didn't
100%,
play video
dude.
games, you would not have reacted and known what
You
to do.
would have killed all
and
of us.
I was like, you're 100% right.
Including two people
Yeah, I would have
in
flipped
a
out
restaurant.
into a house.
He would
boom,
have ran over the cat,
but-
went into the opposite side, and it came back into a Popeye's chicken. We all would have died.
Yeah.
In video
In the
games.
fryer.
And a year ago, and then maybe like 2 years ago, David would have been like, good riddance, cat. And now he's like, oh, don't hurt the cat.
He
Very
literally said
possible.
out loud. He didn't even. So he had like his phone in his hand. And, like he looked up and watched it happen. He looked down. Video games. Just like that. And I was like, you're damn right. It was video games. I was in there. I was like, oh my god, it was crazy.
Evolution.
It was like 2 in the morning when that happened.
Not everybody who plays video games is good at driving, though.
Or
That's
having
true.
reactions.
Yeah, but I have young man reactions though.
Anyways.
Anyways,
All right. Well,
let's
is that about
call
it?
night. Yeah.
Did we mention all the game news we wanted to talk about? I think we probably did.
Sure.
During the course of it.
No, actually, we didn't get to talk about KOF 14. We'll save that for
Oh,
next week.
KOF 14.
Oh, no, let's no.
playable
We
right
do
now.
need to say this. Yes,
Okay.
it's playable right now. Get the demo. It's available. Check it out on
PSN.
PSN right now. You can download
Free
it.
download.
Okay, sorry we didn't talk about that at all.
I
I
mean,
haven't
it's
had
not
a
like
chance
I'm
to
not
look.
going to play the game, so we're going to talk about it more anyway.
Yeah, we should talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Play it next
Yeah,
week.
and I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I have never played it yet, so
Oh, me neither.
I can't.
Me neither.
I actually
That's good.
would
I
like to
heard-
try that. So.
Somebody describe it as Street Fighter 4 footsies with KOF jumping.
Okay, no,
Sounds
this
good.
actually, there is something else that we probably should bring up, is that please, this has to stop. Please, please, please respect women at fighting game tournaments.
Yeah,
Please, like
Could have cut that sentence in half. Just
respect people.
But,
Respect.
but I mean,
respect women, please.
no, yeah, respect women, just period.
Cut it in half there.
But seriously, like, there have been stories about some, you know, not necessarily
yeah, I
at
know what
Evo,
you're talking about.
not
Yeah.
not not
Okay,
at,
okay.
necessarily at Evo. Someone
In
told
general.
a story that was something happened outside of it. But I've
Yeah.
also heard there was a couple of not as bad cases, but like obviously they're all bad. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to diminish the horribility of like any of these kind of situations, but look, just the only way this is gonna stop is if we start making it more of a if we talk about it more, right? We have to talk about it more. You have friends that have probably done some scummy things in the past. In fact, you know, like before even all of us were knowledgeable, we've probably done some scummy things in the past. Not you, you're too young.
Maybe not to that degree.
Nah,
but
see, I was about to say, I never did it like that.
Yeah,
But,
but like
no.
certainly I was not.
Respectful enough.
I could have been better.
Yeah.
I've improved.
Exactly.
over the
so
years.
just like, if you have friends, talk to them about it. If you know friends who have done things before, talk to them about it. You know what I mean? And
Just respect people, man. Treat people how you would like to be treated. Flat out, no questions asked. If you don't like something, chances are they don't like something. And if you're not sure, you might want to be okay before you do something dumb. Just saying. It's 2016. Come on, guys.
and
be adults.
number one thing,
That's good. Nicely done.
stop victim blaming. You know, there's too much of this whole thing where it's like, oh, well, they were drunk, or oh, she was too flirty, or she dressed
Yeah,
that
come on,
way,
it's-
and all that stuff like that. Like, that nonsense needs to stop. That nonsense.
Yeah, also, alcohol doesn't make people molest people.
Right.
That's something in your brain already. It's
Exactly.
you. It's not the booze. All right.
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to sleep.
See you next Tuesday.
All right. Peace out, everybody.